van der Wester is een...
Tian Swanepoel and in the wing. A superb flick.
In die rechtervleugel.
A strong fin.
What can I do?
All right, guys, welcome here to Brackenfell. We had an amazing game there where Lubbery beat the guys from the Strand. Big win for them. And, of course, we have Milnerton taking on the Wynberg boys. In the studio here, we have the legend Andile, who's come here to join me. Welcome, Andile.
Thank you very much, Nick. Great to be here with you today. And we have a real classic clash here in front of us today. This game, it'll be Milnerton taking on a Wynberg Invitational side. Milnerton, the North-South derby. Milnerton will really be looking to take some points here for the North boys. And you can see the lineup here in front of us, going through from 1 to 15. It's a strong squad ahead.
And of course, we've got some province players here, under 15, under 16. The number 13 Western Province elite squad at the moment. And the number 10 Craven Week, Mikhail Frachum, Craven Week last year, Milnerton. As we look at the Wynberg boys, of course, this is a Wynberg Invitational team, as there is a Wynberg boys having their matric dance tonight and giving an opportunity for a lot of youngsters coming through. The captain, Zach Adrianse, the Flash, as they like to call him, and his partner, Daniel Hayes, the Honey Badger, looking to show a good game here and make sure that they put up their hands for the first team a little bit later here, Andile, as we look at this game about to get underway. The flow, Joshua Florence getting us kicked off here. Remember, this is Wynberg boys in the blue and white, the white stripes. Milnerton taking on a big name in rugby in Cape Town and looking to make a big standpoint as we see Stevenson getting that ball going. Ntumba Ramold, he is a brilliant captain of the team here today. Milnerton looking pretty dangerous here with ball in hand. Moving now to the left by Marufu. Taking it brilliantly on.
Milnerton doing some real great work here. Just keeping ball in hand, great ball retention, stretching Wynberg out wide and really forcing the defense to keep looking up and keep spreading.
Marufu looking quite dangerous as well as he gets the ball. Ball going backwards, and the number 12, Zach Renz, taking it up. And unfortunately, a knock-on, a prolific start to that first few minutes, isn't it, Adile?
Yeah, real great start there for Milnerton. Just showing some great forward dominance early on. As you said, this is a young Wynberg side, but a real opportunity for them to put their hands up and let the coach know that they're serious about their rugby and they want to be wearing these first team hoops again in the future.
Of course they will, and this is the first scrum of the game. Of course, Milnerton probably being a little bit older than these gentlemen here, the young men from Wynberg. Most of them playing under 16s last year. We have a little Liam Lawrence, and I'm told this number 9 has got quite the step on him. We look forward to seeing him and those magic boots that he's got.
I love to see a good step in action, always keeps the game exciting. The referee for today is Mr. Benny Botma. You can see him there standing just in front of Liam Lawrence. He'll be officiating the game today.
As the scrum is set, and of course Milnerton giving a big shove there, but unfortunately Liam Lawrence putting the ball. Stevenson takes the quick tap, gives it up to the real big men there, Dayan Murray.
And Botma there just giving the penalty now the other way. So Wynberg now have an opportunity.
Seems like the Milnerton players going off their feet. And of course it's really important when you get to that ruck and delay that you stay on your feet, stay strong, remain strong, so that you can counter that counter ruck.
And it's gone for touch, but the wind just keeping it out. And that's an unfortunate one. Milnerton looking to counter, running from their own try line. Oh, it's gone off the post there, and the referee's taken it back now. Looks like it'll be a 22-meter drop-off. Very frenetic moments there.
It did look like I didn't know what Milnerton were thinking when they were trying to run from their own line, but luckily that ball being charged down. There's a big drop out here. Oh, and an absolutely massive tackle there by Ntumba Romold. This man is a player to watch in the future. Craven Week last year, and the captain of this Milnerton team. The defense of Milnerton looking exceptionally good. Heinrich Martins and Brendel Brandt working hard on their defensive structures.
Yeah, the Milnerton defense doing really well, rushing up together as a unit and really preventing Wynberg from getting over the advantage line here.
Oh, and it's great stepping here by Wynberg as they take it on again by their left winger, Zaid Sali, but stolen by Stevenson. Coming out again to the great player there, Romold. Stevenson looking to recycle this ball quickly. Vrachom spreading it out wide, and unfortunately just a slight knock on there by Zach Renz. Wynberg will pounce on this and look to make something of it.
Goes for the box kick, gets it over the top, but great chasing back there by the number 11, Kwesaba.
Osaba takes it up again. He's looking really dangerous here today. It almost felt like Wynberg could have made a little bit more of that this first time in the while. They've as we see that massive hit coming on again. Remember, Ntumba Romold is a Craven League player from last year, and will definitely be putting he's already just put his mark on this game. As Wynberg about to throw in the line out, goes to the front, a wise ball, but unfortunately coming away with it is Milnerton. Ntumba again, their hands are looking absolutely wonderfully here as it gets out to 13. Darren Yonkers, and Darren Yonkers stretches those hamstrings as he rounds off a brilliant turnover straight from their own 22. A beautiful try there from Milnerton.
Phenomenal work there by the Milnerton side. Darren Yonkers will be very happy with that try. First try of the season, and what a way to register it. Almost untouched, running in, getting those hammies going, and dotting the ball down under the poles. Great stuff there, and you can see Milnerton have done really well to earn the right to go wide and give space out to their quicks and allow them to score beautiful tries like that they'd love to watch the highlights of later on.
This, of course, is Dan Yonkers, the West Province under-15 player last year in Elite. As we see him here, just gets that outside gap there. Great hands and pace to burn. Not even a hand laid on him. Rounds it under the poles for a great start to the first half here for Milnerton.
You know, Nick, invitational side or not, Milnerton would love to be able to go home and say they got a great win over the boys from Wynberg today, and you can see that today in the way that they're playing.
Oh, unfortunately, the kick not going. I think he just misjudged it a bit in the wing. Mikhail Frachom just decided to hit the upright there, and the conversion not good. But of course, Milnerton going in with 5 points ahead, and will be exceptionally chuffed with how the game started here.
Great start to the game, and it's the restart now. High hanging kick. It's been lost forward there by Milnerton, and an opportunity now for Wynberg to really capitalize on Milnerton's mistakes here.
Wynberg will obviously be looking to hit back here straight away. They don't want this game to get away from them, especially as Milnerton with a big pack here would probably give a big shove. These are youngsters up probably against a more senior Milnerton team. And you've got two huge locks there in Imad Phillips and Sergio De Jesus from the Milnerton team.
Yeah, part of the engine room, really getting behind the props, allowing them to get a great go-forward ball in the scrums. And we saw the first scrum where the power came from. So they'll be trying to replicate that throughout the game.
The backs here from Wynberg looking dangerous out wide. Lawrence onto Florence. Florence throwing the dummy with a great little backhand offload. He keeps it going, but there's nobody there to support. And the captain, Romold, steals it away.
And now Milnerton, they're the ones charging forward. looking for touch, not going to find it there. Ball's in the center of the park, and now Wynberg can counter. Beats the first defender, beats a second. Great run here on the outside, gets a pass inside. Another one again. Oh, the offload's doing really well there, but maybe just one too many. But Wynberg showing that they can be quite dangerous in a loose ball situation.
Promising start there here from Wynberg. But until it just seems like the Wynberg guys are making those last passes that don't stick. Just small little mistakes that if they can try to reduce those, it could really make a big game of this out.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. And I think almost as a coach, you want to see these things happening in the preseason games early on. Try those things out, make the mistakes now so that we can fix it up for the rest of the season going forward.
As that Milnerton and Wynberg scrum down again. Yeah, Stevenson to put the ball in. They go against the wheel, do they? The number 8 there, Brian December. But he's still going. Brilliantly taking that ball on. And it's the man, Frachom, giving the wide ball out. Again to Yonkers. The players are there. We've got the number 12, Zach Renz, getting the ball out wide again. We've got Britt taking this up. He's got speed. He's got lots of speed. The number 2. Brilliant from Joshua Witchman in support of the wingers. But unfortunately just going out. But a really promising passage of play.
Yeah, incredible work there by Milnerton. Run pretty much from their own 5 into the Wynberg 5. And you can see they're not afraid to spread the ball out at all.
Of course, December, who started all off, whereas he played in Grant Como week last year, playing in the Western Province under 16 team, captaining that team as well. As Wynberg really need to really get a little bit of relief here. The ball not going to hand, and December, the man that we spoke about, scoops up that ball and goes over as easy as that. Easiest try he'll score in his life.
Yeah, definitely so, Nick, and he'll be really chuffed with that one. It's not always easy to catch a bouncing ball like that, but he pounced on it and got his side another 5-pointer.
Terrible line out there from Wynberg. On your line, you don't really want to be tapping any ball back. It just gives such a, as we see Brian December there. Brian December. You don't want to be tapping back any balls to your scrum, as we see the line out coming through here. Just scrappy coming back from Wynberg, and December so quick to pounce on that ball. Easy try.
And December, the unity is making light work of the defender in front of him.
And we mustn't forget that it all started with him taking that unbelievable run and connecting with his outside backs. As we have Frachom hopefully going to put it over. Oh, but we can see how tough it is in this wind, sweeping across the uprights.
That one just drifting wide there. Really tough conditions for kicking today. But Wynberg now, they have another opportunity with the restart. They're only 10 points behind, so the game hasn't quite got away from them yet. And they'll really want to contest this kickoff and get into the Milnerton half.
Oh, Joshua Florence getting the kickoff again for us here. Wynberg really need to get into this game. And a brilliant take there by Luke Johannes. Stevenson getting that ball, scrapping it out. And it's a wonderful behind the back pass. Beautiful play here as we have the big man again, Tumbo Ramal, the captain, moving through. Oh, and I think he just couldn't hold on to that towards the end. Another thunderous run by the captain. Yeah, and big man.
The loose trio of Milnerton looking really lethal today. Rummelt, December, Johannes. Anytime any of the three of them get ball in hand, they're looking to take on each defender and really making great strides and meters for their team today.
Unfortunately, he just could not hold on to that and set up another ruck. I think Milnerton could have been in there with another try. The Wynberg boys are on 6s and 7s, just scrambling back to try and defend. But the pressure's not off yet. They're sitting against a heavy wind, deep in their own 22. Let's see if Joshua Florence can get them out of this. And they decide to take it up.
Gone for the kick and found some meters on that. So they're now just outside of their 10 meter. And it was a good exit strategy by Wynberg.
Yeah, just taking the pressure off. As we see the big man here, Ntumba Romold, talk us through this beautiful man who can just run and hand off.
You can see he's really got a fend. Across his body, next to his body, keeping the defenders away with those long arms of his. Great work. It's what you want to see from your flankers.
Unfortunately, that ball getting knocked on, and we bring it out to the 15 again. As Wynberg get another shot at it. Lawrence, the stepper, we haven't seen much of him today. Probably because Milnertons have most of the ball in this first half.
Stepper feeds, but a strong scrum by Milnerton.
And Amar Majid takes that up. And he holds well. Oh, and unfortunately, the Wynberg boys just not looking after the pill good enough. You can't, against this Milnerton team, you can't make mistakes like that.
No, not at all, Nick. And you can see this Milnerton team really, really physical, getting in the faces of the Wynberg boys and always working hard to take them back in defense or get over the advantage line in offense.
Perfect opportunity here for Milnerton with a big blind side. Boys looking dangerous here to the right. Stevenson deciding to take on that blind side with Zach Reds. Number 15. Cardinalson, you should never run out.
No, never run out. The touchline is the best defender. Gino Kemp will remember that one going forward. But you can see Milnerton really looking to try anything and everything today.
They do have the hands, they do have the skills. They just need to keep that ball alive as the big man, the towering man in the front there, Imad Phillips, goes up. But it gets to the back there, and Wynberg get that ball back. But they're all offsides as referee Botma calls a penalty for the Wynberg boys. A little bit too eager there were Milnerton.
Yeah, it's just part of their game plan, I think, at the moment to try and shut the opposition down. But they're going to have to be a little bit more patient. They don't want the penalties to start racking up. Can really slow down the momentum. But now an opportunity for Wynberg, now inside the opposition's half, to go forward from this.
Matthew Bowden finding his line-out jumpers beautifully there at the last line-out. He'd look to do the same. The call comes in from the Wynberg boys. But the big man, Phillips, goes up, taps it back. He's a towering man there, he is. As the Milnerton boys take it up once more to Luke Johannes. Beautiful pass, long pass, cut-out pass there by Frachom. As Milnerton are just looking to reset this again. Numbers to the right. As he doesn't need it himself, he goes. Frachom, beautiful cap again. He's looking so dangerous, but unfortunately Luke Johannes just letting that go. But advantage is over. And we have Renz again with the ball. Milnerton screaming for the ball out left. Oh, but Andila unfortunately again, just a slight knock on.
Yeah,
all the momentum lost.
Just stopping the momentum there, unfortunately, for Milnerton. Slowing the game down a little bit. But Wynberg look dangerous when they do have it, but just haven't been able to hold on to the ball for long enough. And this Milnerton side, well, we can see what they do when they've got ball in hand.
If we can see that again, Frachom just a little show and go straight through. Links up beautifully with one of their back loose trios, Luke Johannes. But unfortunately not able to hold on to that ball. And Wynberg not making much of the turnover.
And as Benny Botma over here resets the scrum, just having a chat to the front row, you can see there's a lot of confidence in this Milnerton side in every carry, every tackle that they make.
Liam Lawrence and Joshua Florence will look for a nice solid scrum there from the Wynberg boys. As it gets out to Florence. They're looking for the wide ball. It's just keeping the ball alive as possible. A chip through, and the dangerous man, Gino Kemp, getting torn back in his place. Oh, and Wynberg once again forcing the turnover. But of course, a knock-on coming from both teams. A scrum down to Wynberg. And of course, guys, the commentary brought to you by Halfway Forward here in Kales River. If you are looking for a new car or a second car, make sure you get down there. They support this beautiful game of rugby. Support them. As you see, a massive tackle there coming in on Gino Kemp, Andile.
Yeah, Kemper will definitely be feeling that one. And we may just see him be a little shaky in his next run.
As we see the guys packed down again. Of course, you can only go 1.5 meters in the scrum. And again, the boys put it to boot. And a good one at that, putting big pressure. Great kick. Quick throw in though to Gino. And unfortunately, the ball just going in a 22-meter kickoff. Again, quite a few comedies of errors there.
Yeah, I think that knock might have gone to Gino Kemp's head a little, because I'm not sure what he was thinking going for that kick so close to his own line. Getting it straight into the Wynberg boys. We watch the replay here again. But he's got away with that one. And we'll go for the 22-meter dropout now from Milnerton. But Wynberg starting to build a bit of pressure.
This is true. They're getting a bit of pressure. They're getting to the right side of the field. That's where you want to be, especially when you're playing against such a big wind. But the Wynberg boys just not really committing there. And as we see, December breaking away again. My word, this man has got some wheels too. He's running away from the backline players of Wynberg. And a silly error from Wynberg, just not claiming. You don't let the ball bounce, do you, Andile? December going all the way.
Nick, I think any coach would have his hands in his head in his hands right now looking at that. Nobody nominating for the ball. Everyone kind of just looking around, letting the ball bounce. And December, we've seen him pounce on one before, and he pounced on this one again, making absolutely no mistake and using the wheels to get his second try of the game. Great stuff.
And it just shows you, if you just chase, any kick is only as good as a chase. And if you make a slight little mistake like that, you can pounce on it. And Brian December is one of those men. He just really is going for anything that is bouncing, and he can grab that ball and go and take it all the way. Let's hope we can get Frachom can get this one over. He does. He gets his first conversion over. 17 points to 0 in favour of Milnerton, and it might become a long day for Wynberg if they don't start making more of the ball they have.
Just as it started to look like Wynberg are getting in the game, seems like they kind of switched off a little there with that kick. But now, every restart is another blank page, another opportunity for you to rewrite the rest of the game.
As we see December here, just stretching his legs out, rounding under the poles. Glorious, glorious run in. A good take there. Oh, unfortunately, the man of the moment. Knocking it on slightly. Wynberg getting another opportunity just outside of the 22-meter. These conditions aren't ideal, Andile. It seems like people don't out of the air. The ball's just moving so much they're not able to get themselves in the right position.
Yeah, it really is. No. As the day's gone on, the wind's kind of picked up a little bit more and made it very, very tough to play that kind of running rugby that you'd like to see. And the kicks are very difficult to follow.
As Wynberg really need to make something of this. As the ball comes out to the hot stepper. Florence taking it, going behind the backs, and they're taking it out wide. But the pass is just letting them down again. They'll need to really scramble to recycle this ball. And Milnerton to be adjudged coming in from the side. Wynberg getting a bit of a let-off.
That was unfortunate there that the ball just couldn't go to hand. But Wynberg, you can see they're getting confident, starting to spread the ball out wide, really playing some good rugby here. And I think it's Florence now who might just look for touch.
Wonderful kick there. Absolutely wonderful. 5 meters in this wind. I think his forwards are going to be very happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they just got to hope sure that Bowden can hit his target, and there could be a try on here for them, definitely.
As Groenewald and Holton there, the two coaches for Wynberg, look on. They really need to put something on here and get something going. It's a great throw again there by the Matthew Bowden. The drive is big and a breakaway. Fantastic setup there by Wynberg, and it's paid beautiful dividends for them, Andile.
That's exactly what you want from a 5-meter line out like that. Hit your target, get them all going, and the breakaway was phenomenal. Really, really great try, and this Wynberg will love to be on the scoreboard now and start to put some pressure onto Milnerton for once.
Perfect setup, as you said. Perfect setup as we see the drive up here. All the Milnerton boys just committing too much there. And the Wynberg boys will be ecstatic to get themselves on the board and get back in this game with just 2 minutes on the clock left.
Great stuff by them, and now they're going for the kick. Again, really, really tough conditions for kicking.
But it is an absolute stunner of a kick in this wind. Joshua Flo Florence makes it 7 points to Wynberg, trailing the Milnerton boys by 10, 17 points to 7, with about a minute to play in this first half. Wynberg right back in it now.
Yeah, they have made sure that they've kept themselves in the game, kind of pressure-wise, but it's really, really great to see them now on the scoreboard.
Frachon with the kickoff again. A good kickoff, and these chases, beautiful chases again. The Milnerton trio at the back, causing absolute menace, and again picked up by Johannes. Milnerton again with the ascendancy. Stephenson, no, scrum half there. Stephenson comes. December, great pass to his number 11. Beautiful by Kwesaba. And they just made it look so easy again.
Again, that man December, part of everything, really, really getting himself into the mix. And that man Kwesaba adding some flavor and really, really finishing off beautifully in the left-hand corner. That's how every wing wants to score his tries.
Simamkele Kwesaba, he looks like a flyer, doesn't he? Built in that whole Usain Bolt build. Long, lengthy. We're probably looking forward to seeing him get a ball or two out wide again. But again, that December man just looking really dangerous. He's got the hands. He's got that really, as we see the hands coming through there. Quick pace from Kwesaba going in the corner. Milnerton looking very dangerous again.
And Nicholas, Milnerton loose trio has really been phenomenal for them in this first half. They've been part of the link-up play, really bringing the backs and forwards together, carrying well, and making it look like a full-on unit that's playing really great rugby here.
We can see why Ntumbo, Romont, Brian December all played brilliant Craven week for Romont last year, and December in the under-16 Grant Como week. The class definitely coming through, and a good effort there by Frachon, but unfortunately this wind just so tough, as we'll have another play. And Benny Botma says we've got time for one more run at it. You see the Milnerton coaches, they'll be going into this. Adolf Groenewald and Jean Holton would be talking big word to their Wynberg boys, but Henrik Martins and Brendel Brandt would be very pleased with what they're seeing in this first half.
Great work by their side, and looks like this will be the last play for the half.
A big kick going straight into Johannes, but picked up there. It's the try scorer who again looking is flying a great offload. Kwesaba, beautiful little offload. Stevenson. Frachon. And the touchline winning that battle.
Frachon doing well to get his side some good territory. You can see Benny Botma looking at his watch, but feels like there's still a bit more time to play here.
I think he's just loving it too much. He just wants to keep going. Great line-up ball again. Lawrence giving it to the Wynberg boys, but another huge hit coming in from Romold. That man takes people out. No discussion needed. As Phillips is caught off sides, playing advantage.
Wynberg now looking to send it out wide.
As we come back for the penalty here, Andile. There can't be too much time left, but a really tough kick for the touchline. You'll have to kick with the wind. And unfortunately not going out here. Milnerton recycle this ball. Get it out to Frachom. Phillips. Reds. Rens looking dangerous. Johannes. Johannes has looked dangerous too. Beautiful. The hands again to December. Look at the man go. And it's an easy fend. And he gets his hat trick. Beautiful running again by December.
Oh, great work by the number 8, and that's every man's dream to get a hat-trick in the first half. Kidisemba, boss, well played to the young man. He'll be really, really chuffed with his first half performance.
He's definitely looking like the front runner for the man of the match right now. Not only has he been fantastic when it comes to breakaway tries, but he's been working so hard. As we look at it just one more time, Andile, talk us through this.
Gino Kemp there doing really well to draw in the defenders, and there you get those long strides by the big man. December, nobody can get to him, and with that fend right there at the end, making sure that he gets over the line and scores his 3rd try of the game.
And we mustn't forget that he's still under 17 this year. He's got another year left at Milnerton, so there is some big rugby still ahead for him at Milnerton High, and hopefully at higher honours too, as we come into the half-time finally. Milnerton 22 points to 7 over Wynberg. We'll see you back in a few minutes.
tap and go. Farachum going for the cross kick, trying to find Mavuso, but that's not the case. Benny Botmas called them back to take it on the mark. And you can see if you look around the field, some boys stretching out some calves. And I think it's just signs of fatigue for the frenetic pace of play that we've seen here in this matchup.
I think it's probably about time we should be talking about man of the match time here. And, you know, it's a difficult one because there's been so many great players coming out here from the Milnerton team. Of course, the loose trio, Brian December, Ntumba Ramold, and Luke Johannes playing out of their skins. But, I mean, with a hat-trick, you've got to almost give it to December, don't you?
Yeah, I think Gid December boss deserves it today. And he's our man of the match. So Brian December.
Of course, being a Grant Como player from last week, you can see the class that comes out with him as the big man. Romolt again. Oh, we're just talking about that loose trio.
Nick, I think Romolt might have heard us and might be going for a hat-trick of his own here as he looks to beat the defenders. And it's that man, Boucher, again, just bringing on such energy. Frachum now finds Reds in the midfield. And Reds offloading back to Frachum. Such great connection between these backline players. Stevenson strings it out wide. Big hit. They're stopping Makubulo in his tracks. Here we go now. That's Cupido. Great work by the young man. And Milnerton going forward, looking for another try. They want to get to those 40 points, Nick. Stevenson send it out to the right. Reds in the fly-off berth. Boucher beats the first. There we go. Look at the big man go. And Benny Botman says that's a try. Marufa, the big tight head prop, can be very, very proud of that one.
Oh, that was a fantastic try, and he's gonna the tighties just love it. Silas Marufa, absolutely brilliant, playing province in Grant Como under 16 week last year, stepping up into the senior rugby and showing that he definitely belongs here. Brilliant try.
And Milnerton themselves showing that they're definitely a team to watch in 2019, Nick. We've just seen so much structure and so much confidence in the way that they play, and they'll be really, really happy with the performance today. The coach he's seen on the sideline constantly giving his boys encouragement, and I think he'll be very happy with the way that his reserves have also come on and kept the momentum and kept the game going in his side's favour.
As
So
we
it's
see the
Yonkers
man of
now
the match
with the
there, Brian December, a hat-trick of tries. Congratulations there, big man. You definitely deserve it.
And giving a wink to the camera there. He'll be very pleased with his performance. And there we go. Benny Botman's blown the final whistle. And that is an amazing performance by the boys from Milnerton. They'll be very, very happy with this performance. The loose trio, the halfback combinations, the backline as a whole. Just an entire wonderful performance by the boys from Milnerton. And the final score today reads Milnerton 44, Wynberg 14. And from myself and Nick, it's been a pleasure bringing you this game, and I hope you enjoy the next games coming forward. Nick, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
See you later. I'm going to run down quickly just to make sure these things are right, okay? The names.
You think we have time for that?
Do you want me to pass it down? I go down.
I'll send
No, but they'll be fine.
Okay.
Is that the left it was sent this morning for Bell?
This is the one that is on the, yeah.
Yeah,